What's up, guys, and welcome back to Junkyard Truck. If you're enjoying this series, make sure to leave a like on the video. It would be greatly appreciated. In the last episode, we experienced failure after failure after failure, and honestly, I was down bad. I mean, we got to the point where our truck couldn't do the smallest of hill climbs in order to get us into town, and our Eagle couldn't do the same. So I knew we had to make a change. Off camera this morning, I decided to get 2 pieces of scrap metal in the forest and walked them to the junkyard. Using the money that we got from those 2 items, I decided it was finally time for us to buy a brand spanking new engine for the Eagle. I should clarify, it's new to us. It is still definitely used and probably abused, but only had to spend a whopping $248 on that sucker, and we can finally climb hills with it once again. So at least now we have a vehicle. But before we get started on our main objective for today, we're gonna grab our handy dandy chainsaw and go make just a little bit of money. We've got to at least, recoup our losses after having to buy a new engine for this thing. But look at how much more capable it is now. It was really struggling with that before. So new engine goofing, we love to see it. You know what? We should probably make a pit stop at the gas station too and pay Shirley a little visit. We need some beefaronis or beefarinos. Shirley, you gotta help me out. I am walking so slow right now. You know what? Let's just buy out her whole stock. Honestly, we might as well. And we could probably use some 2-stroke fuel for the chainsaw. I'm pretty sure that's what that uses anyways. Thank you. Oh, shouldn't have opened that here. That was a mistake. You know what? It's fine. I'm gonna get a little drink from the faucet over here real quick too before we set off. We don't have to go very far. Obviously, you saw I grabbed the chainsaw. We are gonna be cutting down some trees, but we're not gonna be hauling the logs with the Eagle. I don't think it would do very well at that job. But we've got 2 trees right here, right at the base of the forge. So what I want to do for a little bit of easy money this morning is chop this tree down. Oh, there's actually 3 trees. Okay, maybe we'll do all 3 then. And I'm just gonna walk all the logs up to the forge, and we'll see how much money we're gonna get for all this.
Moments later.
You're kidding. Okay, my chainsaw has already died, and the rain is back. You know what? I'm not gonna let it get me down. I'm not gonna let it get me down. We're just gonna keep on trucking.
Many minutes later.
The storm has officially passed, and we have 1,360 kilograms worth of logs. Make that 1,440 kilograms worth of logs in this bin. Let's see, we've got $601. How much are we gonna get for this? Oh, right, because we have to pick up the cash roll. Of course. Okay. Almost, ladies and gents, almost $600 more dollars. We have $1,141 chilling in the back pocket now. We're gonna hop in the Eagle and just put her in reverse Terry up to the parts store, and we're gonna do a little bit of shopping. We really might as well. Why am I short again? Why does this happen all the time? I just gotta zoom in a couple times, hop back in, and we're fine. As much as I would love to do a turbo kit on the truck, that's weird, but I'll take it. Don't mind if I do, But as much as I'd love to do a turbo kit on the truck, honestly, it just doesn't make sense for us to do that if the internals, the head and the bottom end, right, the engine block, if those are bad, doesn't really make sense to go forced induction just yet. But I do definitely plan on doing that. So we currently have the 4-banger. I'm gonna get a new crankshaft. I don't know if it's bad. I'm just kind of assuming it is. We're gonna get all 4 brand spanking new pistons. We only have $500 now. We're gonna do all 4 piston rod caps. all 5 main bearings, and we now have $388 remaining. I think we're good on the oil filter. Should probably get a head gasket. Distributor probably needs to be changed at some point, but I'm going to hold off for the time being. Rocker assembly's $200. The head is also $200. Okay, maybe we just start with the bottom end and we'll do the head stuff later, potentially. Could also use like a new fan clutch. You know what? I'm gonna do that, right? The last time we bought one was from the junkyard, so it was already used and abused. Now that the truck's been overheating on us again, I feel like that fan clutch is probably the problem. The fan that we got was also from the junkyard too, so maybe we cop this guy as well. $243. That's a big yikes. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. I'm gonna get all this stuff loaded up in the back end of the Eagle, and we will head on home and start getting some of this stuff installed. I'm really looking forward to it though. Hopefully, it ends up helping. Already lost the crankshaft. Nice. Well, I suppose it's time to check to see what we lost on the... Nice. What we lost on the way back home, if anything. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 main bearing caps. Our piston rod caps are in our inventory. Thankfully, we had enough space for those. We've got all 4 pistons. Fan clutch is still here. The fan is here. I think we've got it all. Let's go, dude. That's a good feeling. I was driving very, very slow. Just to try to keep it all inside the trunk. Oh, this is empty, so I'm going to throw this out real quick. We'll get the chainsaw taken out of the trunk too. I don't think we're going to use that again for at least a little while. And then we're going to have to tear out the engine from the engine bay of the truck. We could probably do all the work in the car, but it's probably going to be easier, especially if we're doing bottom end stuff, to just do it all on our handy dandy little engine stand. All right, let's start getting this thing torn down a little bit. So, starting with the fan, honestly, doesn't look like it's in that much worse shape than the one that we just bought, but that's okay. That's okay. The fan clutch, on the other hand, does look much worse. Oh, also, if you guys remember, at the tail end of the previous episode, I did decide to replace the transmission in the hopes that it would help us climb hills again, and it didn't. I tested that off camera this morning when I was bringing the junk and getting the new engine for the Eagle, and it was pretty much the same. So maybe a waste of $400, but at least we have a new transmission. Can we rotate this? Hey, there we go. I'm gonna try to do it all. Uh-oh, is that pin in? Why you moving on me like that? Don't be moving on me. Do I actually have to put the pin in? Guess not. Okay, but we can move this. That's news to me. I was unaware of that. You know what? That helps out a little bit too. Okay, let's flip it all the way over. If we can. Probably got to put the tool away. This, now, officially, I know I said this before, but this is the most wrenching that we've done in this game thus far. So now we should be able to pop this off. Are there more bolts that I'm not seeing? It should just be these 4. Oh, there we go. That one was still kind of tight. That one in the back seems good. Does it want us to drain the oil first? Or wait. There it is. All right, so the caps that we purchased look the same. Probably another slight waste of money. You know what, since we have an entirely new rotating assembly, I'm just going to take out these main bearing caps. And then hopefully we'll be able to remove all of those individually, but then the crankshaft... Oh, and we've got to remove some stuff off the front too. Hopefully the crankshaft will just kind of come apart as one complete assembly. So we've got our belts, got our pulley removed. I'm going to put that over here. I'm half tempted to go back to the store. Our belt's definitely good because we bought a new one of those not that long ago. But I'm half tempted to go get some of the smaller things like the crank pulley, smaller dollar amount, I mean. Crank pulley's kind of big. And then we're also going to have to remove... Ooh, this is going to be a challenge. The clutch off the back so we can remove the flywheel. Probably should have did this before I put it on the dang stand here. Yeah, you know what? I am going to go back to the store and get at least a fan pulley, flywheel, and crank pulley. If we can afford it, that is. Let's see what we've got. $40, $80, and $120. You know what? I'm going to get the flywheel. For sure, for sure. That leaves us with only $103 left. We'll put that in the trunk. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna go scrap this really quick. We might get $60 to $100 if I remember right. The prices do kind of seem to vary a little bit, but we'll go get some money, and who knows? Maybe there'll be another piece of scrap on the way that we can scoop up as well. And there is, ladies and gents. Okay, our luck seems to be turning around. For now. It'll probably go south again here before too long.
Okay.
Johnny, thank you so much. That is $303 now. Much better. We've still got our flywheel. Let's head back to the store. We may also want the front timing cover to help with our overheating issue, because I'm pretty sure the water pump is like contained in that unit. I haven't seen like a separate water pump anywhere else, but we are here for this for sure, and this for sure. Our alternator is pretty rusty, pretty crusty back at home, but we're gonna hold off on that. We can just keep, you know, recharging our batteries manually in the shop. And for $100 more, a new timing cover. There it is. We have 80. Oh, hey, what's up? I see your head still clipping through your roof. That's good. Good for you, brother man. $83. That's all we got. Feels bad, man, but hey, hopefully... Oh, I forgot to bring this last time. Hopefully this fixes all of our problems. For now, until we drive it a little bit longer and eventually things just kind of start to fall apart again. You know, most everyone has been telling me to just not even do anything to the 4-banger Diamondback pickup truck, and instead just go and locate the dent side with the V8 in it. I think that's what it's called anyways. It's located somewhere abandoned out in the forest. But personally, I would rather kind of see what the 4-banger can really do before we end up upgrading to a truck with a V8 in it. You know what I mean? All right. Looks like the gang is all here. Doesn't seem like I dropped anything on the way back home. So, these look kind of good as well. Maybe another waste of money. But, peace of mind. Right? Now we know for sure that they are brand spanking new. There's no guesstimation here. We're just gonna know. Oh, I probably should have been paying attention to what order they go in. This one was 5, so I'm guessing it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Could be. This does not appear to be popping off, so maybe we have to remove a little bit more of this front timing cover. Got these 2 bolts right yonder. A third one right there. And then it looks like maybe just 2 up here at the top. I am really curious to see... Oh, yeah, that thing is disgusting. Gross. I am really curious to see, though, what our head gasket looks like. That could also be contributing to our overheating issue. So I've got the old timing cover out here. We do have a slightly used timing gear that we could toss in. And I think I will do that. I was able to remove the entire crankshaft as one piece, as it is, but nothing else came with it, which was unfortunate. Now I just have to try to pop the rest of these bad boys on out. This one doesn't seem to want to come out. Neither one of these seem to want to come out. All right, well, we're splitting the head off the block then. Before we continue, I do think it's in our best interest to head to bed really quick. That way we don't keep losing as much of our sanity. You know what? Let's pop a Zen real quick too. Might as well. It's for a good cause. There we are. Oh, and then let's eat and drink something as well, just so we can keep moving around relatively quickly. I wonder if we can respray our valve cover. You already know we got to do red, because red means fast, but we've not used the paint before, so I have no idea how this works. Oh. Okay, you just press E. Nice and simple. We can probably respray the truck too, but we'll do that at a later date. We're gonna have to like get the mud cleaned off of it as well. But a nice, shiny, not new, but newly resprayed valve cover. That feels good. And then we've got to get our newer cam gear that we put on back off of it so we can take apart this head assembly a little bit further. This is quite a bit of work. I saw some reviews when I was first looking into this game that people were like, oh, the mechanics aren't that great. You know, there's not that much for you to be able to do this, that, the other. I mean, I'm decently impressed. I don't know. Okay, yeah, we are most definitely going to have to rebuild the head at a later date. Obviously, we have like next to no money currently, but someday we certainly will need to. Ooh, yeah, head gasket is rough as well. I'm gonna put this with our parts pile that we're gonna end up taking to the junkyard. This stuff we're gonna hang on to for a little bit and just try to run it for as long as we can. You know what? We're going through all the trouble of like rebuilding the entire bottom end. Why didn't we just get a new block? I don't even know if they sell just the block, but I'm kind of having buyer's remorse just a little bit here. So let's remove this timing gear. That says timing gear 2. Oh, that is timing gear 1. I see. Okay, so we'll swap these around. Get that thing put right back there. Get our little wrench back out. And then timing gear 2 is going to go right back yonder. Moving right along here, we're going to grab our new head gasket, get that put on there. And then we can grab our very, very rusty cylinder head again. We'll get all these bolts zipped down real tight like. And then we can put in our rocker assembly and all this other stuff. Our camshaft. Oh yeah, cam has to go in first, actually. So that's going to go right yonder. We've got 3 cam bearings. Camshaft caps, if you will. Does kind of seem weird that there's only 3 of them, but I guess it is only a 4-banger. Probably not making that much jam from the factory, I'm going to be honest, especially in its current condition. I've got the cam gear reinstalled. Our distributor surprisingly looks like it's in decent condition. I don't know if maybe we replaced that already and somehow I forgot. I mean, my memory isn't great, but I feel like I would remember replacing such a expensive piece like that. I think it's 120, 150 bucks in the shop, so that's not nothing. But I think now we're at a point to where we could reinstall our valve cover. Just 4 little bolts on the top. Oh, I would kill for that. I would kill for that IRL, dude. That's so quick, so easy. Okay, next. Let's do manifolds. Intake, exhaust manifold, the throttle body, and the cone filter, unfortunately, had to be separated just so we could get this manifold taken off. Suppose it's not that big of a deal. Just adds 2 extra steps that were probably avoidable. We've got to get this thing flipped back over so we can start piecing together this bottom end again. So I'm going to do crankshaft first, even though that was the first thing that we took out. This should be proper order of operations. So main bearing 1 should go there, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5. You know the deal. Actually, I kind of feel like we should have done the pistons first, but they'll still They'll still slide right in there. Alrighty, bottom end complete. We just got to toss on the oil pan, and then we can start to do the timing cover and all the other smaller bits that sort of go along with that. 4 bolts for this oil pan. We'll flip her back over and keep plugging away on this thing. It's really not taking me too terribly long to do all this. I mean, it always takes a little bit longer, right? Because I'm like trying to talk through what I'm doing at the same time. But brand spanking new timing cover with internal water pump. Again, I believe. I'm not 100% certain that that's how this all works. But now, let's go with probably the crank pulley. I don't think it really matters at this point what we install next, as long as it all ends up going back together. So with that taken care of, we can grab this, and then we'll have to remove the entire engine off of the stand. That way we can do the flywheel, the clutch disc, the pressure plate, all that. And then fan clutch is going to go right there. No fasteners required for that, if I remember right. And then the fan just slips sort of over top of that sucker. And we've got this belt that ties it all together. Beautiful. Beautiful. The crank does have another like set of grooves here for an additional belt. I wonder if maybe that's for a supercharger. I didn't see one in the store though. I'm not sure what that's for. Maybe one of you guys can fill me in. If after all of this work, we get this thing back over to the hill climb and it doesn't perform, I'm gonna lose it. I am going to lose my mind. You know what? Let's actually only crack one of those at a time. And then I want to make sure that our little water neck there is tight. And I think there's also one on the bottom that I can't see, so it's probably fine. But do we have enough coolant? Oh, yeah. And enough Earl? Maybe. We'll start with the oil, and we'll go from there. Is it not taking any? Why? Hello? Oh. Turns out, even though we had the oil pan completely removed, it didn't lose any oil. I wonder if the coolant's gonna be the same. Oh, okay, I am very thirsty and very hungry, so I'm gonna have to fix that. But first, coolant. Don't worry, I'm not gonna drink it. Yet. Maybe after we attempt the hill climb and our... Oh, did I open the cap? Is that open? Yeah, that's open. If we attempt the hill climb and are unsuccessful, maybe I will drink it. Just a little. Something to take the edge off, right? Seems good, though. Seems good, ladies and gents. I'm going to take care of my stats real quick, and we will test her out. Hopefully, she doesn't let us down.
A few moments later.
Well, here goes nothing. But hopefully something, right? Okay. Okay, good, good, good. Seems like maybe, just maybe, it'll have enough balls to do the smallest of hill climbs. Let's take it around the corner, and we're gonna find out. I'm gonna hit it in 2-wheel drive too. I'm not gonna mess around with 4-wheel. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Dude, it's got its balls back. And because of that, we're over here with creepy dude bro bra again. But this time, we'll hopefully be able to deliver these steel beams. Honestly, even if the truck can't make it up the slight incline that we were struggling with last time, a lot of you had told me that we can just sort of walk them the rest of the way. It's not like the first radio tower job where we needed the truck to like hop a fence. Okay, so it still doesn't really love the mud, still doesn't really like bogging too much, but I'm chalking that up to our tires, all right? Because we've got a working transfer case now. I can confirm 4-wheel drive is functioning properly. But it's this next part up here after we hook a left That's where we were struggling a lot previously. I'm gonna stay even further to the left so we can hopefully avoid that mud. Really? Really? We make it this far? Dude, it still doesn't even have the nuts to get up there. Unreal. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, God, what is... What is that? Maybe our rim is just like resting on a rock or something, making some scary noises. I did not like that whatsoever. I think we've got just enough thirst, though, to make it up to the top of this crest. And we are walking this thing the rest of the way, ladies and gents. Also, as I was doing the logs, I figured out that if you're running as you pick something up, you'll be able to run a little bit longer once you pick it up. Whereas if you like approach something walking that's heavy, trying to run will get you nowhere. Oh, dude, no shot we were making it up this either. No shot. Here, I'll try it again. So running, picked it up, still running. It just gives you a little bit more stamina. Holy cow. Yeah, no, ain't no way. Not without like some bigger, beefier tires and maybe like some beadlock type of system. I don't think we're gonna be, yeah, it's so steep, dude. I don't think we're gonna be climbing this with that little 4-banger anytime soon. We need a lot more upgrades. And like the whole head needs to be redone still and everything like that. We'll get there. We will get there all in due time. We just gotta make some more money first. Okay, so that just has to be delivered up to here, right? That's it? Do I need to like put it on top of this thing maybe? Are we sure we're in the right place? This looks right to me. I don't know. You know what? We don't actually have anything inside of the truck, I don't think. So let's go ahead and pull out our Nokia here. And we will transport my truck to town. There we go. Beautiful. And then let's head over here and talk to Dude Bro, see if he's got our money for us.
Thank you.
Oh.
Here you go.
Hey, God bless you, man. God bless you. How much we talking here? 300 bucks. All that for just 300 bucks? Not really worth it, in my opinion. Though, I wonder if 300 bucks would buy us some new tires. The standard tires here are 70 bucks a pop. Odds are they'll last a little bit longer than the ones we've been getting from the junkyard for $5, but they do appear to be the same. And I think I'm just gonna do the one for the time being. That way we can drive the rest of them back home. Because I'm not... Oh, yikes. Okay, let's speed this along so the truck doesn't like fly into the air or something crazy. It's glitching out on that curb very, very badly. And release. There it is. So yeah, I'm gonna toss the remaining 3 in the bed of the truck. We'll drive it home. I need to get a drink before we leave town and probably fill up the truck with fuel. Man, I'm just glad that both the Diamondback and the Eagle are finally capable of... Weird. Are finally capable of bringing us into town. That is a very, very good feeling. And on that note, that is unfortunately where we're going to have to wind things down at for today. But once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.